Tesla has never sold this robot. No customers, no orders, no price tag. And Tesla just tore out the assembly line that built the Model S for 14 years, 46 days, down to bare concrete, to hand this robot its first job.
The line was in Tesla's Fremont plant in California, and it built its last Model S and Model X in early May. 6 weeks later, it was trenches and rebar. What replaced it is a line Tesla says is designed to turn out 1 million Optimus humanoid robots a year. Elon Musk walked the installed hardware on July 1st, and when fans decided production must already be secretly ramping, Musk shut that down himself. It will be extremely slow at first, because everything is new. This is not like making a car, his words. Which raises the obvious question: why destroy a working car line for a robot with 0 customers? Because the customer is Tesla. Optimus is the humanoid robot Tesla is building to work inside Tesla's own factories first. And that makes Tesla the only major player in the humanoid race whose first customer is itself. Nobody to pitch, nothing to sell. The first job is already waiting on the other side of the wall. Look at everyone else in this market. Figure spent 11 months proving itself on a BMW assembly line in South Carolina. Over 1,200 hours of runtime, 90,000 parts loaded, BMW engineers grading every shift. Agility's robot, Digit, has moved more than 100,000 plastic totes in a GXO warehouse in Georgia. And Agility is going public largely on the strength of numbers like that, at a $2.5 billion valuation. In China, AgiBot shipped more than 5,000 humanoids last year, more than anyone on Earth. And Unitree sells robots outright, starting under $5,000. And 1X will put a robot in your house, $500 a month or $20,000 to own one.
Every one of those robots answers to an outside customer. And that cuts 2 ways. It is real validation. Third parties with their own money on the line, publishing performance numbers Tesla has never published. It also sets the terms. The customer picks the tasks, sets the reliability bar, and can walk away. Pricing, features, deadlines, shaped by someone else's warehouse. Tesla skipped that entire game. No sales cycle, no pilot contract to renew, no investor deck riding on one client's scorecard. When Optimus fails on a Tesla line at 2 in the morning, the failure stays in the family. And Tesla gets to treat it as training data instead of a customer complaint. The hardware carrying this bet is a hand. Factory work is grab, orient, place, repeat. Thousands of cycles without dropping anything. And hands are where every humanoid program gets stuck. Musk has called the hand one of the hardest engineering problems Tesla has ever taken on. Hard even next to a rocket. So the 3rd generation Optimus, the first version Tesla designed for mass production, leads with exactly that. A new hand, reported to have 22 degrees of freedom, built the way your hand is built. The muscles are not in the fingers. In close-ups the Tesla owner's Silicon Valley Club shared after talking with Tesla engineers this July, you can see what that means. The motors sit up in the forearm, reportedly about 50 actuators across the 2 arms, and they pull the fingers through cable tendons, exactly like the muscles and tendons in a human forearm. That is what a hand needs to be strong, light, and repairable enough for factory shifts instead of demo reels. Then there is the money. Figure has raised over $1 billion from investors at a $39 billion valuation. Agility's public listing is expected to bring in over $600 million. They need that outside capital. It is the fuel. Tesla ended March with about $44.7 billion in cash and investments, and it is paying for the robot factory out of its own pocket. No fundraise, no term sheet. A car company redirecting its own cash into robots. Not for free, though. Tesla is spending so heavily on AI and robotics that it is warned its free cash flow will likely go negative for the rest of this year. The runway is deep. It is not infinite, and it is Tesla's own. Now, the honest half of the brief. Tesla has the factory. The rivals have the receipts. Tesla has never shipped a robot to an outside customer. There is no published count of Optimus units built, no audited hours of factory work. And as recently as January, Musk himself said Optimus was not yet doing material work inside Tesla's plants. The supply chain is unproven too. A humanoid robot reportedly needs on the order of 10,000 unique parts, and nothing like an Optimus-scale supply chain exists anywhere yet. Being your own customer also has a quiet failure mode. An outside customer like BMW will tell you, in writing, when your robot is not good enough. Tesla's only judge is Tesla. If the technology is not ready, self-customer just means burning your own cash, and the price of admission is already paid in concrete. Tesla gave up the line that built its flagship sedan to place this bet.
The next checkpoint is days away. Tesla reports earnings on July 22nd, and it is the first time the company has to say, on the record, whether limited production on this line has actually started. Until then, ignore the demo reels. Everyone in this story has a great demo reel. Watch Fremont. The day robots on that floor are visibly building cars or building more robots, the argument is over.